Survivor.io, The Beginning, Chapter 4, Tsukuyomi.
Chapter 4, Tsukuyomi. The first survivor stood motionless, his heart pounding as he processed what had just happened. He had spent so long searching for other survivors, but this was different. Not only was Tsukuyomi alive, but she was unlike anyone he had encountered since waking from cryosleep. She had single-handedly wiped out an entire horde of undead in mere moments, wielding her sword with an elegance and precision that seemed almost supernatural. He was speechless. Then her stern voice cut through the silence like a blade. "What are you doing here? Are you trying to get yourself killed? Who are you anyway? Present yourself." Her Japanese accent was strong, her tone unyielding and full of authority. He could tell immediately this was not a woman to be trifled with. He opened his mouth to respond, but before he could get a word out, "Wait, I've heard of you," she interrupted, narrowing her eyes. Her stance shifted slightly, as if evaluating him anew. "You're the one they call the first survivor. I heard rumors about you, that you were out here searching for survivors, but I thought it was just some fairy tale. I've been out here since this nightmare began, and I've never seen you. I figured you were just a myth, something parents told their children to keep them hopeful until help arrived. But I see now that the stories were true." The survivor finally found his voice. "I came here once before, but there were too many undead. It was too dangerous to approach, so I waited, hoping the area would clear. Now that I'm back, I had to see if anyone had survived." He took a step forward, lowering his weapon slightly. "But are you saying you've been here alone this whole time? That you're the one who cleared out all these undead?" Her expression remained calm, unwavering. "Yes, it was I." There was no arrogance in her voice, just a simple statement of fact. She continued, her gaze drifting toward the ruins of the office building. "Hibernation gave up on this place. They saved who they could, and the ones they couldn't were left behind to fend for themselves. I couldn't accept that, so I stayed. I've been fighting off the undead ever since." Her eyes darkened slightly. "But there's something about these two buildings. No matter how quiet or still I am, the horde keeps coming. I believe there's something drawing them here. Or worse, maybe they're coming from here." Her words sent a chill down his spine. The undead had to come from somewhere. If they were being drawn here, what was the source? The survivor remembered the strange move she had used to annihilate the horde earlier. It had been so fast, so powerful, yet so graceful. "That move you used, Moonshade Slash? What was that?" For the first time, her expression softened, if only slightly. "Yes, you are correct. That is its name. It is a secret technique passed down through my family for generations. My father taught it to me when I was a child." Her voice was calm, but there was a finality to it, a quiet warning that she didn't wish to speak further on the subject. He nodded in understanding. "I think I've heard of you before. Before I left hibernation, I remember a story. Something about a girl named Tsukuyomi, a cute but aloof girl who hates hassle, one of the few civilians who refused to join the hibernation plan. So insanely skilled with a sword that she chose to stay out in the open instead of going underground." She let out a short breath. "Other than the cute part, that's about accurate." A small smirk tugged at the corner of his mouth, but he quickly returned to business. "So, do you know what you're looking for here? I mean, are you even still searching?" She nodded. "Yes, I know exactly what I'm looking for. And yes, I am still searching. I just haven't found it yet." Her gaze turned to the darkened halls of the twin buildings. "Before hibernation abandoned this area, one of their members told me something. They said that someone was creating bigger, stronger undead, and worse, they were trying to control them. That person might still be here." A cold silence fell between them. "So what you're saying is," he hesitated, piecing it together, "there's a possibility that there's a boss zombie?" "A what?" "You know, like in video games, at the end of a level, you fight a boss before you can move forward." She stared at him, utterly confused. "I don't play video games. I never did. My family did not allow such things." He scratched the back of his head awkwardly. "Well, the point is, if someone really is making stronger undead, then we need to take them out before it gets worse." A moment passed before he took a deep breath. "I'll help you find them, And once we do, you can join me in my search for other survivors. She raised an eyebrow. And why would I do that? Because I have a whole fortress. It can hold at least 100 people. If needed, we can expand it. A place that's truly safe. She considered his words for a moment. Then, slowly, she nodded. Very well, but understand this. I don't take charity. If I join you, it's because I choose to. I fight for my own reasons. He respected that. Fair enough. So, where do we start? Tsukuyomi's expression darkened. The only place I haven't checked is the basement. Every time I try to go down there, another wave of undead attacks me. That's what makes me believe if someone is behind this, they're down there. The survivor felt a deep unease settle over him. The basement. The one place she hadn't been able to reach. A place crawling with undead. A place where, if the rumors were true, something or someone was orchestrating all of this. He adjusted the weapons on his back, his grip tightening on the shotgun. All right, Tsukuyomi. His eyes met hers, a silent agreement between warriors. I'm all in.